Welcome to your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose, the drama of sports. I'm Nathan, and every week, my co-host and girlfriend Rachel and I discuss all things in the sports drama universe.
Sprinkled in with pop culture, we cover topics from Bravo to Brady and everything in between. So keep listening to find out more. Cheers!
Welcome to the Charlie McAvoy episode of your favorite sports drama podcast, Double Dose. I'm Nathan, and sitting over here to my right is Miss Rachel Rooney Eden. Rachel, how was the Super Bowl? How are you? How's everything going? How's the drama? How you feeling? What's going on?
As a proud member of the Double Dose podcast, the Drum of Sports Club, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great now that Sundays are back. My Sundays are back in full swing. But I do have to say, I love the Super Bowl. I love the Super Bowl. We had so much fun. We went over to Kevin Caba's house yesterday. He hosted us for the Super Bowl, which was, immaculate. He had the calzones. He had the nachos. It was unbelievable. 10 out of 10 Super Bowl experience. I loved it. I had a great time, and I love the Super Bowl. I know we're going to dive into it right off the bat and give a little recap of it, but how are you? How did you like the Super Bowl?
Loved it. Andrew's apartment as well, and Will.
Oh, yes. Andrew, Will, and Kevin Caba's.
It was great. It was tremendous. Yes. It was awesome. The only bad thing is that I lost every single bet, just like I was doing the entire playoffs. I lost one of my parlays by a half a yard, so that was disappointing. Yes. Too confusing and annoying to explain. Just know that I had it, and then I lost it.
Yeah,
and
we had it just as quick as you got it.
Literally. We did play a fun game, though, for the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Laura set up the whiteboard with, a bingo grid. And every time, the bingo grid was filled with, someone throwing their hat, Taylor Swift sighting, a flag, stuff like that. So every time that one of those things happened, it got crossed off and everybody had a drink. That was fun.
I think that that's a great thing to do when you're trying to watch, especially, a big game like that or something I'm like, that was a genius idea. And, what a fun way to get everyone involved. Let's throw a couple shots in this,
Seriously.
If you're going to scream it, take a shot. Exactly. I love it.
Yeah, the only thing was that, they started wanting to take shots at the end of each quarter. And I was like, now we're just... we still got to work tomorrow.
Now we're just drunk.
Now
we're just drunk.
Now explains why Kevin was supposed to be on today on these very airwaves, and he's nowhere to be found.
Right.
He's recovering. Why? Because he wanted to take a shot.
One too many shots.
This man was sleeping in the third quarter.
Yeah, fell asleep. I wish I took a video of all of his emotions. He was so hyped. Then he was like, uh-oh, what's happening? Then he fell asleep, and then he was hyped because he bet on the Chiefs. Jesus. So yeah, it was honestly, the funniest, roller coaster of emotions, I think, just watching him be him on Super Bowl Sunday.
Right.
So
that's why I was dying to have him on, but couldn't hang. Couldn't rally.
It's okay. Rally. But what did you think about the Super Bowl?
The game itself?
Yeah.
So the game itself, slow start.
Yeah.
For sure, slow start. I was surprised about how much each offense struggled.
I was surprised with how little touchdowns there were.
Right.
And I'm a touchdown girl. I love the touchdowns over a field goal because it just seems like they're showcasing their ability to be more of an athlete here than a singular man kicking the football through the...
That's why it's worth more points.
Yeah.
That's why it's worth more points.
Right. That makes sense.
But it was honestly a great game. There's nothing more you could ask for from a Super Bowl. The halftime show, awesome. The game itself, it was lower scoring, but...
Went into overtime.
It delivered.
You couldn't have asked for better.
Right.
You couldn't have asked for better.
The superstars came to play. I thought at first Kelsey had a bad game, but he actually had a good game after he freaking bum rushed Andy Reid. He got in Andy Reid's face and had an absolute meltdown.
I saw that.
But
I felt so bad for Andy Reid when he was screaming at him. Andy Reid's literally just standing there okay, I'm just going to let this guy talk. Let him run his mouth, whatever. And I'm just like, God.
Right, but it goes back to the fact of what I was saying
Grandpa Reed.
a few weeks ago. The pressure, you could see the pressure building.
Right.
in the Chiefs all year, and that's why I'm surprised that they were able to pull it off, because like I thought they would like just run out of steam at some point, right? But no, they didn't the entire time. But yeah, even that. People say, like, when there's coaches like Andy Reid in a position where he is, where he has, like, a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, or, like, even Belichick with Brady, like, it must be so easy. Like, they don't give the coach enough credit at times.
Right.
But, like, that's a huge part of it. Like, Andy Reid has to manage those personalities. And, like, you saw on the biggest stage, like, Travis Kelce was having a freaking mental breakdown and almost freaking, like, broke the dude's back.
I know. He probably has back problems too. Like, he just like looks like so sweet, so holly and jolly. You know what I mean? Like, so even when he was going over and yelling at him, I was like, buddy, don't yell at him, you know?
Right.
But I think because he wasn't getting the ball, which I noticed, I'm like, Travis Kelce's literally not getting the ball, which was fine by me because I wanted the 49ers to win. I had a whopping $5 bills on it, literally $5 for the 49ers. And
can't even buy you a coffee.
Yeah. What?
That couldn't even buy you a coffee.
Yeah, but the 8-13 that I was gonna win, that would buy me one. That would buy me one. So.
Yeah, well, what about my coffee?
Yeah, that would just buy myself one. That would truly just buy myself one. I was just kind of like making fun bets. You know, I did bet that Christian McCaffrey and Travis Kelce would both be touchdown scorers, but I put them together, which I shouldn't have. And Christian McCaffrey did do the touchdown. Travis Kelce did not. So. Which is fine.
Yeah, I'm done with parlays.
Yeah, I think that's what I also have to realize. It's just like, to me, like, I just like seeing that my $5 could turn into $5 million with all of these right things happening.
But hear me out. If you bet all those things separately, yes, you're wagering more money, but you'll win the same amount of money. And guess what? Let's say you put like a 2-leg parlay in like you did. You win one, you lose one. Guess what? You're probably still at 50%. You didn't lose anything.
Yeah,
depending on the odds, obviously,
just like
but
betting yourself, like, is that fun?
Yeah,
like
the whole point of betting is to win money.
Okay, yeah, no, I understand what the point of betting is.
I think people are just getting
feel a rush. It's not for people to get angry.
Nah, it's definitely for feel a rush. It's definitely for people like Kevin Cobb to punch holes in the walls, he did last night. Right. But
just for him to win, just for him literally to probably spend the winnings that he got to fix up the hole that he put in the wall.
Yeah.
I love it. I truly do.
Nonsense.
What did you think about, like, outside of the game, like, other than, you know, the Chiefs winning, like the Reba McEntire, the Post Malone, the halftime show?
Yes.
What are you thinking? So
first of all, Reba, it seems like a good idea. Like, that's a name. But does she have a Vegas residency? Is that why?
I don't know.
There has to be a reason as to why Reba McEntire was picked.
Yeah.
With all due respect, Reba, there's just 100,000 other people I would pick over you. Seriously. Including myself.
Okay, don't be ridiculous.
I'm not. Like,
what,
why?
You're going to be out there singing the...
It's not 1999 anymore. Like, let's keep up with the times. Let's get SZA out there. Like,
no, I'm with you, but like sometimes...
let's get somebody out there other than...
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know what I mean? That's why I think that they were mixing in. They were trying to sprinkle in everyone that they could.
I guess so. You're right. I have to be less hateful.
Reba, why are you hating on Reba? What did she do to you?
I just, like, you go from Post Malone saying God Bless America to Reba McEntire.
Post Malone, I'm out here to say, is the rebrand is working for me. I am obsessed. I'm obsessed with him literally being the sunflower self that he is. Like, I just think he's so cool and hippie and, like, go with the flow. Like, he's just so chill vibes. It's like his music, he's more, like, alternative. Like, I'm obsessed. I love what he's doing now. And I think that, like, the fact that he has, like, literal grills makes it even better.
Yeah.
Like, makes him even swaggier. You think him and Jelly Roll hang out? I'm just saying that because they both have face tattoos, but I feel like they would make a killer song together.
Yes. They definitely have hung out.
And like, if I'm manifesting this, like, I don't know what to do. Like, mark my words that Jelly Roll and Post Malone will have a song together in 2024. Mark it.
Wow.
Mark it. Day after the Super Bowl, February 12th, 2024.
2/12.
That's right. Write it down.
24.
Thank you.
Rachel said
Post Malone and Jelly Roll, two men with face tattoos, and it should literally, the song should be called Face Tattoo. Wouldn't that be funny? They could go and get one together.
Called Face.
Thank you.
Tattoo.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Wow. I love your handwriting is just so adorable. I
was trying to write it fast.
Yeah. No. I could tell. It looks like your font is on the go. This is what it would on the go, like Duncan. But
thanks.
Yeah.
But aside from all that, yes, Post Malone's rebrand's tremendous. He was someone else that was around all weekend. He was at the Waste Management earlier in the week doing like the launch party. He was at the Super Bowl parties. He wore his Cowboys
bomber jacket, which I was obsessed with. His Dallas hat to the Super Bowl. Like he is out here repping our boys.
He performed at the after party for the Chiefs,
of which Brittany Mahomes took his Cowboys jacket off and put on a Chiefs jacket for him.
Yep.
Obsessed.
Yep.
Like you go girly for doing your thing out there. You know, supporting the Chiefs for your man.
Before we get to the halftime show and discussing that. What do you think about her? Speaking of Brittany Mahomes, like, she was all over the place. You couldn't log in to Instagram, TikTok without seeing something about her going viral. Whether it was a swimsuit edition, or her doing that with Post Malone, or her denying Jackson Mahomes at the club, like
after Jackson was spotted with Travis's ex outside the club.
Do you think that's why? Like, why do you think? First of all, I just threw so many questions at you. I'm sorry.
No, I'm obsessed.
But
I love when you talk like this because it makes me feel like I could talk like this, and like now I feel like I'm talking to myself. Now I feel like I'm talking with the same brain. When you talk fast to me, I'm like, hell yeah, let's fucking.
All right, let's talk fast. Fast talk.
Just like your words on their thing here. That's
ricochet
fast
shot.
Talk. Yeah, ricochet shot. Oh yeah.
I
was like, oh yeah. Ricochet.
Why do you think she denied? What do you think was going on in that video? Do you think she actually denied him, number one?
Brittany and Jackson.
Yeah, or do you think she denied like he had a group of friends with him, or do you think it was because he was seen with with Travis Kelce's ex?
What do you think happened? I think that she is probably trying to stay in Taylor's good graces and the girl's good graces if she knows what's good for her. So she probably is like, I don't want to deal with Jackson right now if that's what's happening. In addition to, I don't think that she knew that cameras were around because I feel like the way she acted, she literally shrugged and said, I don't care. If you knew that cameras were around, you wouldn't have done that. So it's like, I feel like her doing that was just proving to the point that like, she really doesn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? She's like, I don't care. Like, I'm here to have a good time, whatever. Which, this is the thing with Brittany, is I don't know what it is about her, but she has that quality in her that the vibe is off. Like, vibe check, she's off. You know what I mean? But I do have to appreciate for the fact of she had 2 kids, and I'm sorry, she looked unbelievable in Sports Illustrated. Like, she looked unbelievable for having 2 children. And yes, like, I understand that that's probably not obtainable for anybody else other than people like that are in those positions, like have a workout routine like after and like get that back into that good of shape, because that is incredible. But like, seriously, for what it's worth, like that bitch had 2 fucking kids. That's unreal. She looks amazing. So kudos to her, because she probably felt uncomfortable like in that thing, but you have to just own it, you know,
right.
and own it she did. And Patrick even had a little party for her, which I do think that the timing of it was off. Like, it's like, can you just let him have his Super Bowl week? Like, can you just do it? But I guess like it's like all press around her and him, so it's like any press is good press.
Yeah. Number one, when it comes to Patrick, part of me thinks that he likes it like this, like where he's not the Mahomes that they're talking about.
Right.
Like, I think that like that's what's starting to trigger like that thought to me. Like, think about all the chaos. His dad getting arrested last week. Jackson Mahomes dealing with all the legal issues he's been dealing with all year. Not to mention like just this week in general, like all the mumbo jumbo.
And just to give preface to everyone, like Jackson was literally charged with sexual assault, right?
Yeah, but his charges were dropped.
Like, that's what we're talking about. Like,
yes.
Because sometimes when you're like, who the hell is Jackson Mahomes? Like, it's Patrick Mahomes' little brother who's like this TikTok situation who literally cannot get out of his own way. Yeah, it's like bad news.
Here's a question. Oh, I said I was gonna be positive vibes. Last negative thing I'm gonna ask.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, for now. For this topic.
Is there anyone like with more of like a punchable face than Jackson Mahomes?
Definitely.
Except for the sideline reporter for CBS. That guy with like the slicked hair. That guy.
Oh, I don't even know who you're talking about.
Oh.
I mean, I'm sure. I honestly, like, that's like something I think that you would probably think, like, I just want to punch him or something like that. But like, the first thought in my head was like, I don't want to punch him. Like, if anything, I'll ruin you with my words, but like, I won't. punch anybody. Like, I'm not going to punch him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, is there anyone that I want to tell, like, to fuck off to more? Yeah, I got a handful of people before Jackson Mahomes is even on the list, okay? So.
I think I can think of 2 or 3 people on your list.
Yeah, exactly. So, before I want to punch anybody's face in, you know what I mean? I got a couple people to work through.
Awesome. But, yeah, like you said, good on Brittany.
Yeah. I mean, how are you feeling about that? Like, do you feel like it's weird? Like, let's role play for a second. If you're Patrick, I'm Brittany. This is your brother. Like, what are you thinking? Like, I'm like, I don't care. I'm just here at the club partying with my friends. Like, how would you feel?
First of all, I don't think she was just saying no to him. I think it was a case where he probably wanted to bring friends in or like do something annoying, and she was like he was trying to control something, and she was just like probably coming from the point of like, you can come over here,
right? But
like, definitely told her security like, if he wants to do this. No.
Right. It's a no.
Right. And that's why she was probably like, I don't care. Like, that's where I'm like laying it. And so like, if I was Patrick, I'm sure he's had this conversation with his entire family.
Right.
Where it's just because they've always been like a sideshow, because he's so popular, right? So if I was him, I would just say, listen, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, we're all here because of me. And, like, I appreciate your love and support, and I couldn't do it without any of you guys. But just when it comes to the nonsense, leave me out of it. I'm not going to give any opinions. I'm not going to take one side or the other. I am here to play football, and all the extra shit is on you guys. I don't care.
It seems like he's that way, though, because he's, like, very out of the news of it all, like, other than, like, positive vibes to, like, Brittany. You know what I mean?
When people say, like, they don't like Patrick Mahomes, it always comes back to, like, the sideshow around, like, that. I don't like his brother. I don't like his.
They should have like a their own reality show, maybe like after whatever, like messing it up with Mahomes. That's what I'm thinking. Like,
hire you.
Literally, instead of keeping up with the Kardashians, messing it up with Mahomes.
This is something you have to do on our TikToks, okay? You like know that girl that like you were showing me, like
Girl Boss Town, GBT.
Yeah, what did she do?
Girl Boss Town, that's her name.
What did she do?
She made TikToks for the ads for the Super Bowl until a brand sent her, and then Instacart sent her.
Okay, well, you need to start pitching ideas like this on our TikTok, because you say stuff like this all the time. We'll be eating our chicken fajitas for dinner, and she'll turn to me and she'll be like, just give an idea like that she just gave. Like, there needs to be like a new TV show on like Patrick the Mahomes saying messing with Mahomes, or like anything. I don't know.
Okay, why are you being so nice? I was like literally so nice. Like, you're saying that some of my nonsense that I say is actually not nonsense. It's actually sense.
Yeah.
Wow. Kudos to me. Pat on my own back. Literally, Patrick, my own back. Good for me.
I was gonna say, gotta do 3. Yeah. But last question regarding Mahomes.
I feel like I would watch that messy reality show. Would be like,
you didn't even want to watch the quarterback, okay? And he was like the main piece of it. Okay?
I know. I don't.
The last 3 episodes were just him.
Like, right, because like they just bothered me for no reason. Like, I was just,
so
I was literally being a hater for no reason.
So you wouldn't watch it?
No, I feel like I'd watch it now if they like trickled in some Travis Kelce Taylor of it. Like, I would. Like, Travis and Taylor coming over for dinner.
Do you think that actually happens?
What?
Travis and Kelce.
Yes.
Travis and Kelce. Travis and
the
Taylor.
microphone literally was jumping off the table to come talk to me.
Yeah, it was hanging off for a while there.
Oh, was it? Mm-hmm. Yes, they do. They've literally said that they've been over before.
Really?
Yes. I wonder like who cooks, what happens.
I wonder what those conversations go or like.
I don't know, but I mean, let's just talk about it for now, because I already mentioned it. Like, how are you feeling about Taylor and Travis? Like, what's going on?
Well, first off, I want to know, why is his ex-girlfriend still lingering? Like,
Travis Kelce.
Yes. Like, what are you doing at the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Your ex-man is playing in the Super Bowl, and like, I understand like it's probably difficult for this lady, but like, then don't go to Vegas. Go anywhere but Vegas.
But I feel like it's like one of those things. Like, if all your friends are gonna go, like, they're gonna be like, come on, have a good time, like, forget about him, whatever. But it's also like, maybe you should really just move on.
If you were dating,
but it's also hard. Like, it's everywhere you look with them. Like, it's everywhere you go. It's Taylor and Travis. Like, I mean, I literally said to you before, like, People Magazine put up on their website front page, Taylor and Travis had chicken nuggets until 5 a.m. at the nightclub. Like, are we okay?
I want to know where these chicken nuggets were from.
I know, probably from the club. But like, it's literally insane. Like, what are we doing? Like, I'm sure Kayla, Nicole, Travis's ex is probably like, I'm losing my shit. Like, you honestly, like, you
But then don't go to the Super Bowl. If you're losing your shit, you don't go to the Super Bowl.
What's she gonna do? Not leave her house? Like, she has to, like, be.
Did you leave your house this weekend?
I mean, if I was invited to the Super Bowl, my ass would have been in Vegas. Okay? And so would yours, regardless of who was there, all right? Regardless.
True, but she's in a situation where you say no thanks and you go somewhere else.
Yeah, but how do you know?
You go to the waste
she
management.
Lives there.
Isn't she like a news anchor in Kansas City?
I don't know. What I'm probably. Who knows? Who knows what she's up to now?
Whatever. She's a lingerer.
Yeah, she's lingering. Smell on her skin.
What was your question? My thought on Taylor and Travis?
Yeah. How are you feeling about it?
Travis is he does this thing that bothers me.
Go for it.
Like, he did it after the AFC Championship game, and he did it like last AFC Championship game where he goes, "You gotta fight for your rights to part," and it's just like he did it like five more times, and he doesn't know how to let the joke just happen.
Right.
And he was doing the same thing after this past game where he said it at the after party. There was a clip of him saying in the locker room. He was just singing like na 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 na.
Oh, nah, nah. I mean,
yeah, funny, but how many times are you gonna tell the joke? Like, I saw it 3 times just on my Instagram. Imagine being the person.
He was saying "Viva Las Vegas."
Really?
Yeah, he was too. Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was loving it. But
yeah, but you would be doing the same thing. You're riding a high. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's corny and it's overdone. But I think that if that was your thing, you'd be doing the same thing.
Yeah, and no one's telling you no.
Exactly.
But
you just won the Super Bowl. No one's gonna literally tell you don't do that.
How do I feel about him and her?
She was wearing his jacket at the club.
She was wearing his jacket at the club, and he had a big old bruise on his elbow.
I saw that. Dude, that looked awful.
But I mean, I think it's real. I think all the speculation of
it's real. Her parents were there.
Right. And yeah, I think that they're actually one of those, I think it's that's it.
Literally, did you see at the
they'll be in our lives.
Did you see at the club when they were singing You Belong With Me together? Yeah. You be the prince, I be the princess. It's a love story. It's literally a fairy tale. It's a football fairy tale.
Yeah, yeah. How soon before we get a song about last night?
Yeah, called The Football Fairy Tale.
The Football Fairy Tale?
Yeah, literally. You Belong With Me Part 2. Or something like that. Extended version. I'm excited to hear her music coming out of this. The thing is with Taylor, I'm ready for her to make those bops about being in love and being happy. You know what I mean? When she's after karma is a guy on the cheek, karma, shut up. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's catchy, but it's I want to just be happy.
They're gonna be in our lives forever now. I mean,
yeah, no,
she was always going to be, but now.
Right.
Twofold.
But even to she's all in the ways she wore the same outfit that she wore to the first game, same type of outfit, same style. It was her 13th game. She wore his number on her necklace. She had his number in that Judith Lieber football bag that we think as in me and my thoughts, is the same bag that the Hunt family gave her, which is the owner of the Chiefs that gave her for her birthday back in December. I believe that bag is the bag that she was wearing at the game, which is literally the cutest thing on the planet. Okay, I'm obsessed. Mm-hmm. So definitely great job.
Do you think she's going to be at the parade?
I don't know. Probably not.
No?
Probably not.
That's too much of a security risk.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, she showed up with Blake Lively and Ice Spice, and that random girl who I think everyone's who is that girl that she was with? And I forget who it is. But I did look into her a little bit. I just can't believe that she brought Ice Spice. Her and Ice Spice are really friends. Ice Spice couldn't figure out the game the whole time. Every time the camera would pan over to her, someone was explaining the game to her. That's the whole thing.
But that doesn't make sense to me because her brother is a big recruit in New York, a high school football recruit. He's a superstar.
That doesn't mean much. Oh, her brother is
a football player. He's in high school. He's in high school, and he's getting recruited to play. He's I
thought you were saying he's a recruiter. I'm I mean, it's your brother's job. How much is he really telling you about it? But never mind.
Yeah, no, he's getting recruited.
A little kid.
No, he's not. He's in high school. He's the best, one of the top quarterbacks in the state of New York.
Wait, that's crazy. What a family of good genes.
Mm-hmm. I did see a hilarious picture or video of her talking to just Jason Kelsey and in his overalls.
Yes.
And like,
she was like, "Hi."
What was that conversation?
He's probably like, "Love the hair, love the hair." I'm sure he did.
What are you drinking?
No, literally, he was in his overalls. I loved his outfit.
Jason Kelce is someone I can get behind.
100%.
And that's probably
his wife. His wife couldn't wear anything Chiefs, so she literally wore like a Cincinnati, like whatever, like the closest thing she could find. Yes, like she just cannot do it.
Because Travis and Jason went to Cincinnati.
I love it. I like go her.
Jason Kelce makes me think that I have Travis misunderstood.
Right. Because Jason's such a freaking gem.
Yeah, 100%.
Exactly. Like he's just out here having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun.
I will say Travis did have another quote where he was talking. Like he got asked about his podcast, and he started talking about how he started bringing up Julian Edelman in one of my new favorite podcasts, Games with Names, that I mentioned last week. So like.
Maybe they're just great guys. You know what I mean? We should have them on.
Maybe I'm just jealous.
Right.
Maybe I'm just jealous. Right. Could be it.
Right.
I wouldn't put it past me.
Right, wouldn't put it past me either. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could definitely be jealous of Travis Kelce. Like,
maybe I was caught up. Got me feeling it.
Oh, what a great segue into obviously the greatest halftime show I've ever seen happen. Like, Vegas, Usher, Showgirls, Alicia Keys,
Circus Lamar.
Her, Lil Jon, will.i.am, somebody else, I think. Like,
roller skates.
Roller skates, sequin, shirts off, unbelievable. Receipts, proof, timeline, everything. Unbelievable. Literally unbelievable. Like, I'm so obsessed with him. I love, like, rip off your shirt, Usher. Like, just rip it off. Rip it off. Please. I'm obsessed.
I mean, he looked good especially for his age.
I mean, he looked amazing, and he's out there just twirling around.
But
he's
that's not what he used
to. He's no you.
Oh yeah, obviously.
So.
But he didn't look as good as he did back when that album came out.
Okay.
Confessions Part 2.
Okay, don't start hating. I thought we were all on positivity. Like,
I love. Listen, Linda.
No, literally, Linda. This is the best. Listen, Linda. No, it's literally. He was the best halftime. Like, I loved it. Like, the bops were on. He was feeling it. He was feeling himself. He was feeling himself so freaking much that him and his girlfriend decided that after the Super Bowl they were gonna get married. Okay, they got married, and they showed up to the after show in all white, celebrate their wedding in style.
That's crazy, especially since he was all over Alicia Keys on stage. Do you think?
Oh, you're so dramatic. They were just doing a performance.
Okay, so if I was Usher and I was up there doing a performance, you would cut.
One, are you Usher? And two, you got to get the people what you want. Are you Usher? I didn't know you were out there performing with Alicia Keys.
You gave me a hypothetical 2 seconds ago of being Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, let's do this now. You're Usher. I'm his wife. I'd be like, yeah, like that's Usher up there doing his thing. Like, I know that I got my man on lock. Like, or maybe that's why her and him went and got married. She was like, I gotta put a freaking ring on this thing.
True.
No way.
True.
She knew what she had. You know what I mean? Like, you have Usher, baby.
And what do you think Swiss Beats? Swiss Beats posted, like, basically, like, anyone that's saying that he's worried or, like, should feel any type of way is an idiot.
No,
but,
literally.
So like, am I being an idiot even asking the question?
Yeah, like, come on. Like, they're probably just great friends. They came up together. Like, they're just doing their thing. Like, got their song going. Like, unbelievable. And you'll always be my boo.
My oh. But I agree. Like, the John Rondis out there that are saying that it was a bad performance.
Please,
Rondi.
Please.
What are you watching?
No, literally.
What are you watching?
What more could you want?
What more do you want?
No,
it's one of those classic cases. It's one of those classic cases of like, you can't please everyone.
Right. No, you can't.
What do you want them to do?
And you're not going to be able to please this podcast right now if you don't step off the microphone thing right here that you're stepping on right now. Maybe that's why my microphone went flying into my face.
Sorry.
It's okay. But you can please everybody. You know, you can't.
You can't please everyone out there. Everyone's always going to find... But what more would you want from...
Literally.
Like, I had something to complain about at the Super Bowl I went to. I had to watch freaking Katy Perry and a dancing shark. That's not...
Wait, that's, like, literally one of the best halftime performances that they say is, like, in Super Bowl history is, like, the dancing shark and her.
Yeah.
So, like, you should be grateful.
Those are the same people that say...
Positive vibes.
Positive vibes. Nothing but positivity. Bob Marley.
Exactly. Bob Marley, man. So...
But...
What was your... Like... When you think about positive vibes, what else do you have to say? Maybe, what was your favorite commercial?
Biased. Biased. Very biased.
Okay. I feel like I know what it is.
3, 2, 1. Duncan.
100%. 100%.
Obviously, it's Duncan. Family ties. No longer. But still.
Right.
Family ties. Tom Brady was in it.
I mean, they really just
literally the whole Boston crew. Ben Affleck.
Yeah, who's the other guy?
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, that's his man.
J-Lo was in it. I mean,
J-Lo's funny. Like, I like J-Lo with Ben Affleck. Like, you're seeing a different side of her, which is also why I like Taylor Swift and Travis, because it's like you're seeing, I feel like I'm starting to like them more because it's like, okay, maybe I don't like particularly align with like your music and stuff, but like I like the person that you are. Like J-Lo being funny enough to be like, all right, like he's gonna come into the studio, like here he is, like with me, and like unbelievable. Like just making a little joke, like, uh-oh, gotta go. You gotta get out of here. Like I loved it. I loved it.
I mean, great. I think am I wrong saying that that's the only memorable one I can remember?
There's one more.
What's that?
The Jesus commercial. And you know it. And you know it.
Washing feet. Apparently this church are a bunch of foot fetishes.
No, literally, they just need to get your feet wet. Yeah. Literally. Maybe dip your toe in it, get your feet wet. Maybe that makes sense.
But I think clean your feet, like wash you of your sins. Like wash you of the past, of your past.
Oh, is that the thing?
Probably.
Do they wash your feet at church?
No.
So, it's kind of weird.
Typically, when you get baptized, like you dump your head in the water.
Right. So where was the dumping of the head? Like just wash your feet. I mean, like trust me, I understand. Like I love to wash my feet. Like if I'm outside in a sandal, carry me back in on your back.
I've done it before.
And literally put me in the tub and I'll wash my feet. It's like the best feeling in the world. Like going to bed with clean feet. Like I'm sorry, if I have dirty feet, what is happening? So I understood. Like yeah, clean your feet. What a great message. But like the Jesus of it all, I'm like, what's happening? What's going on?
Intense. Jack Harlow was in that commercial.
He was
at the beginning.
Cute.
That's what it was. Just my commercial.
Yes, it honestly was. Jack Harlow, Tom Brady, J-Lo, Fat Joe. I mean, unbelievable. Loved it.
Surprised I didn't go get a cold brew today.
I know. You should have. But overall, how did you feel about the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl was at 10. I mean, I lost my bets, like I mentioned. That is what it is. I'm going to lose no matter what. That's just how it rolls with my gambling life. That's how it rolls with anybody's gambling life.
Right.
But the game itself was great. The sideshow was awesome. I honestly, aside from Mahomes winning again, the Chiefs winning again, it was everything I could ask for. I mean, winning overtime, Super Bowl was great. Star power was there. Vegas.
Right.
You said it during the game. Like, they should never host it anywhere other than Vegas ever again.
Vegas is the best place for a Super Bowl, period. Period, dot, end of sentence, end of story. Always have the Super Bowl in Vegas. That's it. That's like the final take. 100%. Like, needs to happen there.
Do you know who was seen together at just like the week of the Super Bowl, but like not at the game?
A lot of people.
Hard launch?
Who?
You know. Kim K and OBJ.
It's not a hard launch. They've been together.
Yeah, but first time seeing it out in public.
No. They've been seen out in public together.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It shows what I know.
Early. What do you mean? Of course.
Teach me up then.
No, they were seen in public together, yes, again, but apparently through speculations are having a little bit of a hard time through sources because OBJ wants to keep his private life private. He's like apparently not good at putting it on a public stage. So OBJ. That
surprised me with OBJ.
Because
he has a huge social media following.
Yeah, I mean, you can tag him in things. Like you can tag him. You can't tag him on your posts, but you can tag him in your stories, which I think is interesting. So he really controls his Instagram then. Which honestly leads me more to believe that he is more of a private person. Like, did he have like a big thing that happened to him?
He got hurt a couple times, but then ever since he had his kid, I think he's dialed it back.
I'm sure once he has his kid, like maybe that's why he wants to keep it more private because like I totally agree. Like I feel like he used to be so much more in the news and now he's just not.
Right.
In the news by page 6. That's what I mean news.
Right.
My news. The only news.
But you have to remember, he started his career off playing with the New York Giants. So you're in the New York news media.
Okay, so that makes sense.
And then when he made the Super Bowl, when he got his Super Bowl ring, got hurt in the actual game, but he was in LA.
And he won a ring?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But still you're in the Los Angeles market. This year he was in Baltimore market, which still a good market, great team.
Right.
Lamar Jackson, but it's not the LA like news media or New York news media.
I mean, I feel like him and Kim are the perfect match. Like they are such a great match. But yes, like her life is. I mean, you're on a public stage like all the time. You're always
all the time,
always on.
Kim Kardashian is one of those people. With all due respect, Kim.
Positivity.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not gonna say.
Don't even say it.
Why? That's not negative.
Vibes.
It's not negative.
What is it?
I just think it's gonna be hard for her to maintain a lifelong relationship. I hope she can. I hope it's Odell Beckham for Kim's.
Oh, I like that you're saying this.
But
yeah,
like,
it's hard for her, I'm sure.
I think it's someone that even for like someone like Odell Beckham, like comes with the same amount of star power. I would imagine like that it's incredibly difficult to sustain a relationship just with like, everything else that comes with it.
100%. I mean, she has 1,000 things going on constantly, like not even in her personal, public, her relationships, her businesses. I mean, it's something's always happening. Like even with Usher and Skims, like Usher and Skims came out with like a whole line that dropped, and if you buy it like on Skims, like there's an extra $5 for like another track or something like, or like another, you can get like another print or something exclusive with like Skims.
Really?
Naked or something, yeah.
Yeah,
$5.
She's a genius.
Yeah.
But
genius.
I don't know. There seems like two like alpha personalities.
Right.
I don't know how this could work.
Well, we wish nothing but the best.
Wish nothing. Oh, positive vibes.
Wish nothing but
Bob
the best.
Marley vibes.
Bob Marley man.
Bob Marley man. Where do you think he ranks amongst her past?
I mean,
Reggie Bush, AJ.
Ray J. Who the hell's AJ?
The freaking guy she married.
Chris Humphries.
Chris Humphries, thank you.
I'm dead.
Pete Davidson.
Kanye. I like OBJ for her. I do. I don't know too much about him, but like I just feel like great. Perfect. She needs to date a freaking monk or someone. You know what I mean? Or someone that's just, like, in the spotlight with her. Like, give her a Travis to your Taylor. Get a Taylor to your Travis. You know what I mean? Like, get the same level of people. Like, that's why I feel like it works so well together because they understand each other's lives. Like, but they're vastly different.
Yeah. So. I mean, that's why I could work with OBJ.
Right.
But I don't know. I just feel like there's too many moving pieces.
Yeah.
You get the kids involved.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's tough. It's tough.
But Super Bowl overall, great.
Amazing.
Perfect. Sad that the 49ers lost, but I mean, I am wearing the Chiefs colors, so.
And 49. Right. Both teams.
But the Chiefs won, so. I guess I'm either in support or solidarity. You decide. I'd take an art project or an art piece. Like, leave it up to the beauty of the eye of the beholder. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Am I supporting the Chiefs or am I standing with the 49ers?
The world may never know.
Seriously. The 49ers. Now the world knows.
Awesome.
So yeah, what else was happening this weekend? Because I don't think it just was the Super Bowl.
No, I mentioned it last week. The other big event going on this past weekend was the Waste Management Phoenix Open. The Phoenix Waste Management Open, whatever way you want to say it. As I said last week, it's the best golf tournament to go to it from a party standpoint.
Yeah, it looks
it's
like
just
the best
a
one
pure
ever.
Party the entire weekend to the point where they cut off booze sales at the event on Saturday because the fans were getting too rowdy, which is just amazing.
Wait, so what does that mean? Like they cut off booze? Like they were like, we're not allowing like alcohol at all anymore. Like you can't bring it on the like how does that work?
The police went to the alcohol stands and said, no more sales. You guys cannot sell anymore.
Wait, what were the fans doing that were so crazy?
Well, this isn't like a question. Like this is a genuine question. Did I send you any of the clips?
I don't think so.
I had to send you a couple. You just didn't see them.
I don't think so.
I sent you clips all weekend, Bubba.
Oh, I actually don't think so.
I do.
The only thing
Lucas.
The only thing that I remember getting anything of it from the Waste Open is like when it was downpouring. That's the only thing I remember watching from the Waste Management Open. Okay,
well, people were.
Oh, and then maybe one guy who got the beer thrown on him. Like, did he make a hole in one? Did someone make a hole in one? Someone made something and someone threw beer.
No one did this year. No one got a hole in one this year.
Well, someone was throwing beer on that hole.
Okay, regardless. Well, people were drunk all over the place. Like there was endless videos of people sliding down hills because they were drunk, like falling over themselves, getting carried out.
Okay, and
running onto the course itself and like getting tackled by security, heckling players, yelling at players, I mean, if you would just watch the 16th hole for like 5 seconds, you'd see like if someone got on the green, they get cheered as always, and if they didn't get it on or they missed their birdie putt, they get booed, like severely booed.
Right.
And it started to get under some players' skins. Like 3 players specifically, freaked out on Sunday, freaked out and like started screaming at fans and ordered like fans to like get removed. But like. One of them being Zach Johnson, who's the biggest doofus of all time.
I don't even know who that is.
He was he's the USA captain of the Ryder Cup, and they got demolished the Ryder. Like he's an absolute definition of a buffoon. This guy, he's a goof. He's a classic thing of when we talk about what's wrong with like golf, and we say like golf needs to change. He's the reason why. He like was quoted after his like he was asked about it, obviously because he was seen freaking out during play, and when he was asked, he's like, this tournament has been inappropriate for the past 20 years, and it's time to take a stand on it. It's like,
no, I have something to say. Go ahead, say what you were going to say.
No, I was going to pass it over to you.
Oh, thank you. I just don't know if you were going to say shut up, because that's what I heard you going, shh. But I do agree.
I was going to tell him to shut up, not you.
No, I know. I can't believe, like, oh yeah, perfect. I can't believe that this man would even go on an airwave and say this, because this is literally so ridiculous to me. Every literal other sport, every other professional athlete besides tennis, literally, these athletes get screamed at, reamed at, and literally like stuff's flying at them too. You know what I mean? Like all the time, like basketball, football, soccer, like all these guys have all the pressure of fans like screaming at them, and like that's just like a part of the game. Like it's just like you have to get over it. Like you want people to come see you, you want money, you want to get paid to play golf, then people are going to come see you. That's how advertising dollars happen. Like this is how money works in your space. Like you need to have people that support you. That doesn't make sense. So now you want a different type of crowd, but then it's like the same thing. Like you want a different type of crowd, so you want to like stay with the PJ and be boring and whatever, but then the PJ wants to accept money from Liv, where it's like Liv, I'm not saying this like a PJ Liv thing, but it's like the same thing. Like you want to follow your things and set in the air, be like set in your ways, but then like you want to go through the motions when it's good for you money wise. So it's like if it's good for you money wise, why isn't it good enough for you? Like it's just weird. You know what I mean?
It's golf is in a crazy point right now in its history. The game
like,
itself.
Get over it. I'm sorry. Like these people, like how fun would that be if like golf you could drink all the time? Like if you could like whatever, like you're outside like having fucking fun. You're literally outside cheering people on, like go you got it, whatever. But, like yeah, you suck. Like yeah, you're gonna get those people sometimes. But like, that's not what you have to focus on, you fucking weirdo.
First of all, when it comes to golf, outside of the 4 major,
like positive energy. Sorry.
No, where I love it. Outside of golf, outside the 4 major tournaments in golf, like the PGA Tour and Liv, they make it's difficult for them to keep their fans' interest on a week-to-week basis.
So then they have interested fans and then they yell at them.
Thank you. That's exactly the point. So like in the Waste Management Open, guess what? It's sponsored by a trash company. That's the point. Right, you idiot.
You're getting literally trash. It's in the name. Let's get trash.
And the reason why people
at the trash event, let's get trashy.
Right. And the people, like, it's a thing to go to the event. Like, the whole reason why it's a thing, the whole reason why people care about it is because they want to get wasted. They want to party. It's an event where they can actually scream at the golfer and have, guess what? F-U-N. Fun. Something you don't know about, you freaking buffoon.
Are we talking to Zach Johnson?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
Okay. I was just making sure.
Not to, I love the point that you made about, like, other sports. Like, you don't think Steph Curry has to focus or go through a routine when he's hitting a free throw?
Right.
You don't think, like, Alex Rodriguez, when he went up to bat, freaking had to focus and get in the zone before he hit a baseball? Like, what are we talking? You don't think Patrick Mahomes yesterday, before he took the field every single time before each play, he had all these things going on mentally? Do you think, like, he didn't have to focus?
That's what makes you a great player. That's what makes you a great athlete. That's what makes you stand apart, like being able to overcome all those external factors, all these things that are happening. Golf, it's like, no, don't say anything. Snap your fingers when I make a thing. Like, shut up. Like, you're so boring. Get your polo out of your freaking ass.
You're not welcome at my country
You
club.
said you even said, I asked him, like, are they allowed to wear jerseys? And you said no, because how freaking sick and swagged out would it be if they could have, like, even knit jerseys with, like, polos. Like, I'm sorry.
But guess what? The one hole every hole on the PGA tournament tour, what hole do you think that they can wear jerseys on? Hole 16 at the Waste Management. It's the one thing
Wait,
like
ever.
Only one. Why? Because it's fun.
I'm a genius.
Well, you said it because you saw Ricky Fowler with the dirt bike jersey on. He was wearing the Red Bull dirt bike jersey on.
No, but I was also thinking in my head, like, because I'm like, okay, like, I was just thinking in styling terms. I'm like, okay, like, if I was really to, like, try to style one of these guys, like, what would I do? Like, what would I wear? But, like, oh, it'd be so sick if during the Super Bowl they had, like, one of, like, a vintage jersey going on or something, like, cool that's happening. And I'm like, okay, like, I could see that happening, but, like, how would they be able to wear it? Like, whatever. But then I'm like, okay, can you wear jerseys? Like, is that a thing? And you're like, no, it's only this whole. I'm like, oh, it doesn't seem like fun at all. That doesn't seem like something I want to be a part of at all. Like, I'm sorry, don't like all those restrictions, constrictions, whatever. Like, not fun.
Well, with golf changing and Liv having the influence that they do, a lot of this stuff's gonna start changing. Like these Zach Johnsons of the world, they're gonna filter themselves out because, like, it's when it comes to entertainment, like sports is entertainment. Okay, like yes, we care about it. Yes,
we're Drama Sports Club members.
Yes, but the whole reason why we like it's a thing is because it's entertaining. Right. Like, you sit down there and, like, would you prefer to watch Real Housewives in this moment of time or, like, any other show? Or are you going to watch the sport, like, that sporting event?
Right.
Well, guess what? If the sporting event's entertaining, you're going to pick the sporting event.
Like, everyone's too good for drinking, yet they'll literally drink out of the trophy that they won at the freaking...
So they can party.
Right. So you guys can have fun, but no one else can?
Right.
You're weird.
Right.
Sorry, you're
also, it's just weird trying to control everyone else. It's like it's the same thing that I complain about with like Russell Westbrook. Like a few months ago when Russell Westbrook like got somebody kicked out at the game, at an NBA game, like screaming at like some guy that said something that like he didn't like.
You're weird.
Or LeBron James did it too. Like it's the same thing. Like shut up. Like
unless they're harming you or being like
they're not harming. You're just a mental. You're just a mental case.
Right. Just
stop. Like
focus on yourself. How about that?
Oh,
you focus on you. You do you, boo.
But Waste Management, we gotta go.
Gotta go. Gotta get it on the books.
Gotta get it on the books. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it.
And we're back with the crazy couple.
Speaking of crazies.
Speaking of crazy.
You can't call them a couple anymore.
Right.
Exes.
The exes.
Exes.
Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan.
Another couple that had a podcast. Well, guess what? We outlasted.
We outlasted
we outlasted Jordan and Pippen.
Wow. We outlasted Jordan and Pippen. Outlasted. I mean, kudos to us. You know what I mean? Like,
should we celebrate?
No, literally, let's pop bottles. Let's shake our asses. Yeah, shake your tail feather.
Seriously, Larsa Pippen, Marcus Jordan, ex-wife of Scottie Pippen, son of Michael Jordan.
Yep.
Called it quits.
They called it quits.
Called it quits. Can you give me the timeline here? Was there a specific timeline things happened or?
No, like literally no one knows. It's just that rumors are swirling because during the Super Bowl, Larsa posted on her Instagram story, like, should your friends unfollow your ex? And posted a poll, yes and no. And then she deleted all of the posts with her and Marcus. And then Marcus posted on his Instagram story, while this is all going on, a picture of him and his dad watching the Super Bowl with Drake's like background music, first person shooter, which was like literally the lyrics were like, I got all these girls and I got these naked pictures in my phone, like whatever. It's like, okay, you said a lot with that message. You know what I mean? Like, it's him and his dad, and it said MJ squared.
Especially when Mr. Michael Jordan, the GOAT of all GOATs, said that he did not approve of this relationship when he was asked months ago. So that's a strong message that was sent by Marcus.
Yeah, that was a strong message. And I think that was kind of like, listen, if you don't actually get your act together, like, I'm going to cut you off is what I think is what happened. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that that's why he probably ended it with her.
Oh, I'm
assuming he ended it with
her. I have so many conspiracy theories.
Oh, well, give me some. Hot off the press. I'm just going to move the camera while you say some conspiracy theories. Yes. It's like fully focus on me, and I
no,
really
but then the camera's just on me. So.
Right. Share the spotlight with me.
So conspiracy theory number 1. I don't know how many we're going to go through here, but I'll give you one. I think that there was an event or something where Marcus wanted to go to, and Michael was like, sure, Larsa can come, but like this or that. Like, there's under certain stipulations. Same thing with Jackson Mahomes trying to get to the table.
Got it.
And for some reason, Larsa didn't want to abide by the rules, and so Michael was just like, those are the rules.
Right.
And
it's funny that you think that.
And so, like, listen, it's me or her. Like this, that's it. And then I'm sure Larsa was giving Marcus Jordan hell because she's a legitimate psychopath. With all due respect, nah, never mind. Yeah. I think that's what happened. I think something like that, where it's just like,
yeah, I feel like I think that Michael had a lot to do with it, but it's also like, hey, like, I mean, if you're controlling his funds, I feel like he definitely is. Like, you would know it's good for you. You know, cut it off, cut it out, and cut it off.
Yeah, you had your fun, son.
Right, like
you got like along. What more do you want? You're not gonna be with this woman forever.
Right.
Like she's not gonna change her name to Jordan.
Right, and also like I'm not. Again, like I said, I'm so proud of Brittany for being a mom and showing off her little tail. But like, Larsa literally has talked about on Real Housewives, like she has 11 eggs frozen. Like she wants to have another baby with him. Like she's 50. Like I don't know if they're gonna do it through surrogate or they were trying to do it through surrogate or whatever. But like, this is crazy. Like, I think that like probably maybe talk on to play like, no, you actually cannot have a child with this woman. Like this is insane. Like you're gonna be raising a newborn with like a 50-year-old. I'm confused.
Right. Like let's reel it in.
Your third A.
Right.
Like let's. I guess it would be different if it was a guy and a girl, but
also
whatever.
Like
whatever. That's
just from watching Real Housewives of Miami, like. Not only is she a lunatic, but like she must be.
They're like toxic.
She seems draining.
Well, their literal podcast was called Separation Anxiety. Guess their anxiety is through the roof right now because they're gonna be separated forever, or like they actually had none. So it's just like things like that. Like you can't. But it's true. We did outlast Pippen and Jordan. So high five to us. Go us.
Can you imagine? I bet if that was on the sports book, like.
And my bingo card this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of things happened that I was not expecting.
Speaking of gambling, I would put the chances of her dating like an NBA player next at minus 8,000.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Who's she gonna date next?
I know. Who is she gonna date next? That's a great question. I feel like maybe. I mean, I could see her dating like. I don't know. I mean, she's probably after like Victor Wembanyama.
James Harden.
Or the other guy. Who's the guy?
Kyrie Irving?
Yeah, maybe.
I think Kyrie Irving's like married.
Imagine she dates LeBron, but he's married. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious who she'll end up with, or what she'll. Maybe a Miami man. Maybe her and Tyreek Hill get into it. That'd be a mess. Huh?
That guy's already a mess, so they're both messes.
I know, literally.
It would be a freaking tornado.
Right? No, literally. Not even funny to say burning the house down.
Yeah, seriously. But. Not even funny to say tornado. Consider there was actually a tornado in.
Yeah, we have to just, reel it in.
Yeah, let's get away from Larsa.
Right. And into our double D's threes.
Yes, into our double D's threes.
Right?
I was going to ask you one more question.
Go ahead, ask me
How relieved is he? How relieved is he?
Sure. He's like, God, I don't want to do this podcast anymore. He's like, God, I don't want to put in the work. You know what I mean? He didn't even know what a commercial flight was.
Right.
Like, this man.
He didn't know what a commercial flight was till he was 19 or...
No, literally. He's never flown commercial until he was 19. Like... Okay. Take a back seat. You don't need to date her. You don't need to date her. So, moving on to bigger and better things. Our double D's threes.
Terrific.
Do you want to start us off, or do you want me to?
I feel like I've been going first every time.
Okay.
Ladies first. Let's show that I can be. Let's show that I can be a gentleman.
Perfect. Well, to keep up with our chaos that is this episode, I'm going to make my double D's threes the 3 chaotic things that happened this weekend.
Okay.
Number 1 was already mentioned, which was Kevin Cava punching a hole into his wall during the Super Bowl, which I've honestly, maybe it's the second time I've ever seen someone do that, and I was like, this is literally wild. Like, I cannot believe that he just punched a hole in the wall. Like, complete accident. Like, he really was. Like, I think it was just, like, a little dramatic, and then it just actually went through.
I think he thought that, like, he could, like, give one of these.
Hit it and, like, make a sound, and then it went through, and I was like, damn, Kevin.
Right.
But, so, Kevin Cava, the first, what is it called? Like, first man down or whatever, right? Like first soldier, whatever. Second was the chaoticness that happened on the bus on the way to see my aunt and uncle work, the funnest comedy show night that we had, which it was just insanity. I mean, Taco Bell drinks were flying in front of us. Like, it was madness. And then I would say the first or the third, whatever, the craziest things that happened was a literal psychopath yelling at me, screaming at me that I took his phone when the phone was not in my possession at all, and actually He had his phone the whole time. He was coming at us. You took my fucking phone. You took my phone. You took my phone. He came after me. I'm like, I didn't think he was even talking to me. I'm like, what are you talking about, sir? I was like, where did you even come from? What hole did you just crawl out of? You know what I mean? I was so confused. Like, what's happening? And then he got back to his cart where he said I stole his phone from and said, sorry, found it. Like, as if it was no big deal. I'm like, man, you literally just took years off my life, okay? Because I literally thought, I was like, is this man about to kill me right now? Like, what's this man about to do? Pull up on me with, you know? But makes me stronger. I literally lived to tell the tale.
Yeah, you had your bodyguards there, though.
Yeah, exactly. My bodyguards there. You, my aunt, my uncle. Perfect. Like, what more do you literally need? Nothing. Literally. He was like, I'm not going to hit her. I'm like,
no shit, dude.
No, my aunt said that out loud. She was like, yeah, right, you're not going to. Like, obviously. Like,
yeah, I thought he was yelling at the girl in front of you because I was like, there's no way. I thought they were fighting. And I thought
he was yelling at the girl that was running in front of us.
Right, I thought that.
And then
like,
she left and he kept yelling.
Sprint, yeah.
I'm like,
and I was like, whoa, curveball.
Right.
Yeah, we persevere. All chaotic situations.
Right. Chaos. We live in it.
All got my heart bumping.
Yeah, you know what? For the adrenaline rush. Do it for the rush.
Don't want it, need it, gotta have it.
So what about you? What are your double D's threes?
My favorite burgers. Okay, so I feel like I've done this before.
Mm-hmm. I'm starving.
Me too. But I had what is now my favorite burger of all time.
Wow, it beat out.
This summer. I mean, this weekend. Jesus.
This summer?
My brain's mush. My brain's cooked.
We're just starving.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm talking about food now.
Yeah,
I'm tired.
Yeah, it's not good for us to bring up food.
Exactly. But nonetheless.
No, we persisted.
So, except for homemade burgers, these are my top 3 favorite burgers.
Go for it.
Number 3, pasties.
Pasties.
Hard to explain, just classy.
Classic.
Also, thin double burger.
So good.
Thin patties.
Yes.
Just classic.
Yes.
Classic. Oh my God, I forgot one.
What?
I forgot one.
I know which one.
Pasties goes to honorable mention.
Okay, go ahead. Honorable mention pasties. What's the one that you forgot?
That they're gonna go up to number 2.
Okay, what is it? What's your third then?
No one.
Oh my God! Now I know what your number 2 is going to be, and that's why I was asking you. That's what I was literally going to say because I knew what your number 2 was, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is crazy!" And then you said pastis. I was like, "Okay, I know it's number 3, but number 2 is definitely the one I'm thinking." So,
number 3 is no one.
Yes,
no one.
So good.
No one in the lower.
Literally, no one
East
can
Village,
beat it.
No one can beat it.
So good.
So good. They put some kimchi in there.
So
what is
good.
it? It's
Kimchi?
like Korean. It's like a Korean burger place.
Yeah, it's a Korean burger.
So it's like burgers with like a Korean twist.
Like tater tots. Oh my God, unbelievable.
Number 2, JG Melon.
Wow.
JG Melon. JG Melon, just because it's just classic.
Yeah.
Classic. Like things like burgers do not need any tricks. No tricks.
No. Just give me a burger.
Give me a burger.
Serve it up.
Thank you.
And okay, keep going. I'll say my comment at the end. I'll say my comment.
Number 1, Hamburger America. It's a new place in Soho. This man, George Motz, he, over the last 20 years, this man traveled around America, wrote 2 books about burgers, and he made it his life's mission to perfect the burger. And not only that, to open his own burger spot that he thought would be the best burger spot based on the knowledge that he gathered through his touring around the world. And boy, did he succeed.
Unbelievable.
And I'm not kidding.
Like chef's kiss.
I got the fried onion burger. So basically, so not only did this man do all this, not only does he own the place in Soho, and all this, not only is he like an Instagram and social media sensation now, and just a genius, and just awesome. The man was working the grill himself.
The grill.
We wait
front and center.
Front and center, making every burger for the people that were sitting. So there's a back grill for the people that were for the to-go orders, so the other room, or you can wait to sit at the diner style where good. He's cooking, and he delivered. He was mixing up with the people. The vibes were immaculate. I got the fried onion burger, so it's smash burgers, so they smash it. But this one, the fried onion one, he puts really thin cut up white onion on top, like a pile, and he smashes that into the burger as he's smashing it. And so it's the perfect amount of sauteed onions basically in your burger every bite. It was the best burger ever. I will debate it with anyone without a doubt. Congratulations, George Motz.
You did it. You did it. It's fucking awesome. It was so delicious. We should definitely go again soon. I love sitting at the bar seating. I have something to say other than the JG Melon, because JG Melon's the only burger that's like a little bit thicker that I like. Like, I'm just so much more like a smash patty girly, like 7th Street burger fuck me up. But I'm surprised that you did not mention Five Guys.
Five Guys is different.
It's a different burger.
Different burger. So like hear me out. That's why I like Five Guys though, because it's smash. It's thin.
Right.
So I think like.
But I'm 7th Street over Five Guys. And I'm belly rumble right now, by the way. Like, we are talking about this, my stomach is hurting.
I honestly haven't had a good Five Guys in like years, because I haven't had Five Guys since I lived here.
Yeah,
I got it once, and the Five Guys here wasn't good. They're opening up a new one over here on 12th Street, so I'm gonna have to try that one.
To me, like, when you have all these other options, like, why would you even want Five Guys? I guess it's kind of like wanting Shake Shack.
But like, think about it. I'm used to.
I love Shake Shack.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about Shake Shack, but think about it. Like in Peabody.
Right.
Like, what's the best burger you can get in Peabody besides making one yourself? Five Guys for me.
Got it.
And people will debate that there. I'm sure there's burger places.
Right.
There, but like for me, it was Five Guys.
Yeah.
But like now there's just way more options. I still take it over Shake Shack, big time. But
fine. I
agree with you. That's also the only big burger, thick burger that I like is JG Melon. Because I truly believe that burgers are something that should not be like, people get like them rare or medium. There should not be any red when it comes to ground. When it comes to ground beef, there shouldn't be any red. I'm sorry, like there shouldn't be. I've had this debate with your uncle.
Burger.
I've had this debate with Ryan Branigan, because Ryan Branigan likes his burgers like medium.
Ooh,
like it's ground beef. No, ground beef's supposed to be cooked.
Yeah, it's like
ground beef's supposed to be. It's just what it is.
I know.
You're not gonna order a cheesesteak raw.
Ooh. And if you do, you got problems.
Right. Burgers are supposed to be cooked throughout.
And if you do, we shouldn't be talking.
Right. Burgers are supposed to be cooked throughout, and the best way to accomplish that without making it, risking that it being...
I would say medium is the best way to get it. Or to medium well.
You don't want any red in your beef.
I don't even know how I don't remember the last time I've ordered a burger and like they asked me my temperature.
Because they don't when it's a smash.
Right. Right, I'm a smash. I think I love a smash. I love to get smashed. I definitely shouldn't say that.
You gotta end this episode.
No, literally. Well,
we're hungry and we're thirsty.
Yeah, literally. But before that, are you ready to get into our favorite segment?
Yes.
Our sick puppy and interesting cat of the week.
Yes.
All right, start us off.
Sick puppy's Dana White. Why Dana White? He's been a sick puppy before. Reoccurring sick puppy of the week. Every night of Super Bowl week in Vegas, I was locked into the Instagram stories of Bussin' with the Boys, Barstool, the UFC, Dana White. Why? Because Dana White is known for being the best blackjack player in the world.
Really?
He's banned at most of the casinos in Vegas because he's good at it. He has a strategy, and he's a sick puppy of the week because every night, one of the nights, like they're at the blackjack table. Here are the people at the blackjack table with Dana White, where he's helping them win money. Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura.
But you can talk to people when they're at the table?
Yeah, there's like 6 seats, yes.
I've never been to it. Like, like you can talk to them
when they're playing? Yeah, because everyone's playing against the dealer.
Okay.
Like, if we're at the blackjack table together, it's not me versus you. You're playing the dealer. So, like, I would be able to give you advice.
Oh, okay. So what do you think he was saying? Like, what's the strategy?
Well, let me go through the table.
Okay, sorry.
Tom Segura. Mm-hmm. Bert Kreischer.
Yeah.
Dave Portnoy.
Wow.
Taylor, the Bussin' with the Boy crew.
Yeah.
Big Cat from Barstool.
Wow, so they're out here winning money.
Yes. Baker Mayfield was there. I know you don't like Baker Mayfield, but he was there.
How rando.
Like, just stud after. And why? Because Dana White's there. Dana White's strategy is you max bet. So, like, whatever money you want to win at the blackjack table, bet it. Like, you don't. If I wanted to go to a casino right now,
win like $1,000, you bet 1,000.
Bet 1,000. Don't bet in $500 increments. Okay. Don't bet $250 because you're gonna lose in the long run. So just try to get it at once. And if you lose, like say you won 1,000, you lose. You bet 2,000 to get that first money back, and then again.
Yeah, that just seems like gambling. Like that just seems like if you want to win it, just bet it.
But typically, what people would do if they want to bet like win 1,000, they bet they start off with betting 100.
Okay, well I hope that we start off in like increments of maybe 100 instead of 1,000.
Oh, I'm starting off at increments of like 50.
Okay, I do 5. Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
I'm not at that, but it's just baller that like, it's just, I don't know. Dana White, he's just a G.
But that's the tactic. Just bet the money you want.
Max money.
Okay.
And like he's like that's why the casino.
What a tactic.
He's saying that's why a lot of the casinos he's kicked out of, just because like he'll win 2 hands, win 500,000 and get out of there. Taylor Lewan, by Friday, he was up $700,000. $700,000
at blackjack.
At blackjack, playing with Dana White. Because he would.
Good for you.
He'd want to win 100,000 basically every day, so like, he'd bet 100,000.
That's insane. That's insane. I mean, I just couldn't even imagine like literally losing a house.
The rush.
That. Yeah.
The rush.
No, that's not even a rush. It's just.
Oh, Kevin Caba would punch.
He was throwing out 1,000 numbers last night. We have no idea how much he even bet. 8,000, 2,000, 1,000, 500. No, literally. I'm like, what are we betting here? So,
$50.
Right. But moving on from our sick puppy.
Interesting cat.
Right.
Beyonce.
Ooh.
Beyonce.
Yeah. Why?
She released 2 country songs.
Yes, she did.
During the Super Bowl. And it like happened right after her and Jay-Z were shown. They looked immaculate,
and
by the way.
I'm sure the commercial too. Did you see the commercial with her? The Break the Internet commercial?
No, I didn't see that one.
I'm sure this all came out like pretty sure like right after the commercial aired, where it's like, did we break the internet yet? Did we break the internet yet? But it's like her doing all these different things. Like Beyonce's doing this. Like, do we break the internet yet? Like, no. Like Beyonce doing this. Did we break the internet yet? Like, no. But it's like all these like crazy ass things. You know what I mean?
And they actually broke the internet when she released 2 country songs.
And honestly, I listened to one of the country songs today.
Was it good?
Texas Hold'em. So good.
Poker.
No. Everything always comes back to gambling.
Vegas.
It's the gambling. Literally Vegas.
Yep.
Crazy.
It all makes sense.
I'm excited for Beyonce because she's from Texas. So it's like, I feel like her going into her roots, like it is an interesting move, obviously, like releasing during the Super Bowl that happening, but it's like, that's literally just who Beyonce is. Like Beyonce could release 2 country songs during the Super Bowl and they're fire and they're going to go crazy through the charts, whatever. Or at least we hope. But it's like insane.
Right. Well, I think it was less the fact that she did it during the Super Bowl and more the fact that it was country out, like a country song.
I'm so excited for this journey for her. Like maybe she really needs it to like get back to her roots and like understand who she is. That's awesome. Good for you, Beyonce.
Right. And I think that's probably like what these freaking what these artists and like musicians need. Like let me try something different. Like I don't want to make the same songs.
Post Malone, Beyonce.
Yep, exactly. Just like James B's done that too. He's rebranded a couple times and just tried different things. Drake, he had that the house music album. So that's what they do. Excited.
I love it.
I have to listen to these songs. I was too busy prepping and working.
Right. Of course.
Couldn't get a chance. But with all this hoopla going around Super Bowl, things we may have missed. Number 1, Grant Williams, your boy, former Celtics player, that you did not like. On the Celtics. He, over the summer, he got signed by the Dallas Mavericks, and they traded him this past week. And they couldn't get rid of him fast enough, as they said that he, quote, rubbed a lot of people the wrong way in Dallas. So I just wanted to give you your 2 seconens.
Wow.
Watch out for your
cord. The microphone cord is just literally after me tonight.
Smooth.
The thing is that I'm here just to say, like, the points that I make, although they are crazy and sometimes insane, like my vibe meter, my intuition, and I said this before about Irina, and I probably said before about 1,000 things, is always right. I have no idea what it is. I always get the vibe. I understand. I can like read people. I don't understand what it is, but it's like I can always tell like if you're a bullshitter or whatever. Like I don't know what it is. I don't understand. Like I like you, but I don't. You know what I mean? Like with Grant Williams on the Celtics, I would just like I don't like his energy. Like I don't like the energy that he gives off to the other players. Although they look like they love him, he was not my vibe for the team. Like I'm just like I don't know. And now obviously he got traded to Dallas and they rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Sorry, literally should have listened to me. Came here first. Came here, told you, saw that, did that. Would have saved yourself a lot of money. Okay, and probably a lot of headache.
A funny little part of that story about Grant Williams is that people saw this coming.
Because I listened to the double dose.
That and he all year he was wearing Luka Doncic. His signature shoe. Luka is the superstar on Dallas.
Okay.
And last week he changed back to wearing Tatum's.
in support. He's like in subtle support.
Yeah.
Interesting move.
Very interesting move. Staying in the NBA, Steph Curry and Ayesha Curry are the godparents of Lindsay Lohan's son. Bet you didn't know that one.
Wait, that's crazy. What a duo that I never knew existed, Ayesha and Lindsay. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Can't miss. Can't imagine those conversations.
I would love to be a fly in the wall. Love.
Parent Trap?
I would love to be a part of that Parent Trap situation. Obsessed. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. We mentioned Dana White. So Dana White has that power slap competition thing.
Yeah, I can't get into it though.
But I think
weird.
Well, it's one of those things where I think we have to start getting more into it because it's like taking over the sporting world.
Slapping each other, like it just doesn't even seem like it. Just you're ruining your face.
The same thing with like.
To me, it's just so hard to even talk about because it's like as someone who literally gua shas her face every single morning, like does the whole routine, has the ice roller, has the moisturizers, has the toner, like tries to do it all. I just literally can't imagine stepping into a ring or an arena and having someone slap my face, like literally slap all the hard work that I'm trying to do on this precious thing off. You know what I mean?
No
like,
one's saying that you need to go up there and get slapped.
No, but it's just weird to me. Like, why? Like, you're literally, there's no, like, athleticism behind it. It's literally just slapping people. Like, there's a couple of people, again, like I said, we will bring it back to the beginning of this podcast. I would love to, slap silly before anything, but like, I would never actually do it. Like, this is just bizarre.
Yes, it is bizarre, but I think it's something that we have to get into.
Okay, sure.
So they had an event, since it was in Vegas, like they do all their events in Vegas.
Yeah, it makes sense because that's where all the crazy people are.
Right, and this was Super Bowl weekend, so they had their biggest event yet. Let me give you some names that were in attendance. Brady, Travis Scott, Pat McAfee.
I just can't imagine they're having fun.
Busting with the Boys crew once again. The Chainsmokers were there.
Okay, couldn't have a more random mix.
Machine Gun Kelly was there.
Like,
and more, it was a star-studded event. I think I'm in on the power slap.
It's a star-studded event. That's literally what you just said.
Tom Brady's showstopper. Pat McAfee's a showstopper. Travis Scott's a showstopper. Plus with the Boys crew.
Travis Scott, who literally got canceled. Like these people, like it's just like random.
Travis Scott got canceled?
Travis Scott with the concert. All those people.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. You're right. Whoa.
Literally, people died at his concert.
Yeah, but people have died at Taylor Swift's concerts. That girl in Brazil.
Okay, first of all, not even like incomparable at all. Like she literally honored her, like the whole thing. Like that was
positive.
It's a whole situation. It's a whole different situation. That's not saying like, oh, someone died at whatever.
Positive
you can't make
vibes.
comparisons like that. That was weird, but it's okay. We move on from that because I won't support that at all. So we move on. We move on to
the last thing.
Yeah, the last thing. Go ahead.
Bobby Althoff, the podcaster, the one that did that. She does those uncomfortable podcast interviews. She and her husband are getting a divorce. Do you think she's gonna get with Drake?
I just like don't understand like why she's relevant, other than the fact that she did the interview with Drake and now the interview's gone. Like I'm done with her. She's not like a topic for me. You know what I mean?
Okay. Jesus.
I just she's not like, I don't know who she is. I literally couldn't even tell you her she literally got put on the map because Drake did an interview with her, and now the interview's taken down, and now she's like trying to figure out her own way. She's like trying to do her own podcast still, but like she's not selling herself to the bit, so it's like do it or not. You know what I mean? Like it's weird. I'm not a big fan of her.
Yeah, there's a circle, like a small group of people that do this like uncomfortable interviews.
Yeah, like I just like why do you want to be made feel uncomfortable? Like, it's not even funny. It's just weird.
You don't actually believe that because you love the Sunday Conversation one and you love that other girl.
Yeah, because it's like it's like in jest. Like he's trying not to laugh. Like he literally has a man eating ice cream, Glenny balls next to him. Like it's not like in her.
But I'm saying there is a market for that humor.
She's trying to understand. Like she's not getting it. She's missing the mark. Like they gave her the opportunity on a platter and it's gone.
Right.
So,
but I'm saying that you just said that making people feel uncomfortable is not.
Yeah, because it's not. It's like she just doesn't do it well. That's what it is. Is that making people feel uncomfortable like that? Like you're literally just making people.
Her bit's
feel
not sustainable,
right? Like how Caleb Presley is with Sunday Conversations. Like her and him are vastly different. Like she's trying to actually like make a podcast. Like it's not. It's you can only do that in like micro doses. You know what I mean? Because no one's actually that uncomfortable having conversations like that for an extended period of time. Think about it. Even like Chicken Shop Date with Amelia, I'm obsessed with her.
So
but it's only 8 minutes. It's 8 minutes like combined.
Oh, really?
Or 3 minutes. Like it's like very short. Like
yeah, Caleb's is very short too.
It's under 10 minutes. Yeah. You know what I mean? Then they piece all these pieces together because it's like, yes, these awkward bits and pieces because like no one would ever sit down and have an awkward conversation like that. Like it's just everyone's uncomfortable for way too long. You're overdoing it.
I never thought about that.
If she like did like bits and pieces, that's what made her famous. You know what I mean? Those like
but
awkward bits.
Hers are too long.
Yeah. Like, you don't need the actual podcast, is what I'm saying. Like,
go
on her
clips.
podcast, but it's the clips that should make it.
And that's
you know what I mean?
And that's what, like, even if you go on YouTube and watch Sunday Conversation, the longest one of Sunday Conversation is like 4 minutes.
Don't actually release the podcast. Have it be clips about the podcast.
Genius.
Thank you.
Things to watch. Brad Marchand, the captain of the Boston Bruins. He's going to play in his 1,000th game.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
That's tomorrow.
Go him.
It's in the future, so you're going to listen to this on Tuesday. It's tonight, Tuesday night.
Watch it tonight.
Congrats, Brad.
Congrats, Brad.
Captain, oh my captain.
Yes.
Patriots documentary comes out this week.
Very exciting.
Yes, on Apple TV. I have to finish the book. I have like about 70 pages left of the book.
It's amazing.
Got to finish that.
That thing is a Bible. It's thick
and the writing's small, and there's a lot of letters on those pages.
I think it's a filet mignon out of books.
Thick boy. How many C's?
7.
It's a lot of C's.
Yeah.
And then lastly,
pages.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Lastly, UFC 298 this weekend, Saturday night. All about it. Volkanovski back in the ring, back in the octagon. I want to watch it after little family get together we have this weekend.
Yes, let's do it up. Well, thank you, Nathan. Thank you for always, coming to me with the greatest topics ever. I love to discuss all these with you. I love recapping the Super Bowl. I love watching the Super Bowl with you. I'm just so happy that I could actually get into this whole sports world with you. So thank you. I appreciate you for opening the door for my feet to step in. You know what I mean? Thank you for washing my feet. But I love you. I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening to yet another episode of your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose. If you haven't already, please check out our website, thedoubledosepodcast.com, where you can get these incredible Drama of Sports Club hats for you available. We ship anywhere. Truly, we will ship it anywhere. But please support us. Support your local club members, and have a great rest of your day.
Have a great week. We'll catch you next week.
Yes, catch you next week. Cheers.
Cheers.
High five because I don't have a drink. Cheers. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose, the drama of sports. Don't forget to rate and subscribe to our podcast wherever you watch and listen, and give us a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Double Dose Pod. Thank you.